Your assignment this month is to find yourself a clear plastic bag and to fill it up with potatoes. To start off with, I want you to come to the front, get yourself some potatoes and write down all the names of people you have grudge with on that potato. Now, every time you feel that someone has wronged you, your bag fills up with an extra potato, the weight of unforgiveness. Some of you will have much more than others. Some of you will have much less. When you come back on Monday, I want you to bring your bags with you. We'll see how you've done. So, what was the point of this assignment? Jesus says in the Christian Bible that if you forgive those who wronged you, you yourself will be forgiven. And that is the only way to rid yourself of this stinking, rotten, heavy burden.
But how do you do that?
Easy. You just let it go. So, to sum it all up, to be free from the burden of unforgiveness, we must first give forgiveness. And that's what makes it a very unusual gift, because when you give forgiveness, you become the beneficiary. Class dismissed.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. My mobile phone was trashed a few days ago in a goose-related incident. I've not been that annoyed with a bird since I was minding my own business in a Dutch city and I was bitten by an emu. What's the chances of that? Well, very high apparently, if you're as accident-prone as I am. Anyhow, notwithstanding my loathing of technology, I found the death of my phone quite incommodious. There was stuff on there I wanted, most notably my prayer list. Everyone I pray for daily was on there, along with why I prayed for them. There was also a section for answered prayer, which I like to keep track of. I find dwelling on answered prayer leads me naturally to worship. And despite having an appalling memory, I managed to remember 164 people that I prayed for. I guess that's the joy of praying every day. Their names and their issues stay fresh in the mind. But the other joy of praying for people is that you develop a greater love for them, a greater compassion for them, even and perhaps especially those who have done you wrong. My prayer list contains the names of people who have caused me far more grief than the goose and the emu put together, and I have genuinely developed a love for them. The power of prayer is not just for the benefit of those you pray for. It can help you forgive, it can help you heal, and cause you to love even the most unlovable people. When Jesus told us to love our enemies and pray for those who persecute us, they weren't unrelated issues. I can love my enemies if I'm willing to pray for them, and in doing that, I am set free of resentment and unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is a massive and unnecessary burden to carry. I doubt there is anything more self-destructive than that. And it's so often misunderstood. Forgiveness is not about saying what someone else did to us doesn't matter. It's saying our well-being and our peace and our Christian faith and relationship with God matter far more. In fact, it matters so much. When Jesus taught his disciples to pray, he taught them to say, "Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us." We ask for forgiveness, in other words, on the basis that we forgive those who have offended or done something against us. We all need forgiveness from God and from each other. Forgiveness is primarily for our benefit. It could almost be thought of as a selfish act. For when we truly forgive, we receive our freedom, our healing, and our restoration. The only thing we lose by forgiving is a resentment that we never wanted in the first place. Not always an easy thing to do, admittedly, but it's always the best thing to do. Of course, you may never have experienced the freedom that brings. Perhaps nothing worse has ever happened to you than the occasional altercation with our feathered friends. Or perhaps you've carried a burden of resentment for years, unwilling to lay it down or oblivious to even how you could. Effectively, unforgiveness is like saying to someone who has punched you in the face, "If that's your attitude, I'm going to spend the rest of my life hitting myself with a hammer." It really is that self-destructive. But freedom is achievable and, of course, very desirable. And it comes down to that single line from Jesus in his Sermon on the Mount. He says, "Pray for those who persecute you." That is what will make all the difference. Stay safe and God bless.
Most merciful God, our Father of grace, we confess we have sinned, we have walked our own way, our love has been fickle, our hearts they have strayed. So Lord, in your mercy, forgive us, we pray. Most merciful